Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Divinity Originals in 2. Es hatte wieder ein Patch gegeben, allerdings betrifft der ausschließlich den Game Master Modus, ist also jetzt erstmal hier uninteressant. Und ja, wir werden jetzt diese Insel verlassen. Hier haben wir jetzt alles abgeschlossen, oder zumindest alles, was geht. Mit diesem Drachen kann man ja nicht mehr reden irgendwie. Und mit diesem einen Typen. Mit dem... Wie ist der? Gareth? Burning pigs closed. The pig entered the blessed waters of Medius Sanctuary and turned into human. Naja, da hätte es ruhig noch ein tolleres Ende geben können. Ja, aber ansonsten war hier nichts mehr. Wir haben noch The Purged Dragon und Call to Arms, die zusammenhängen, die aber nicht abgeschlossen werden können. Naja. Gehen wir jetzt mal hier weg. Gareth's Rallying Point, ja. Hey, yo, Melody.
Let's go.
Master, ask she's referring to.
First, questions later.
Board the boat.
Melody grabs the vessel with two hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
God-woken. Wait till she finds out.
That's she.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
Gucken, ob wir jetzt wieder im Schiff sind. Ah ja, cool.
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
We are liberated like the blood of a lot of magisters, maybe too many, maybe. I have no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty, especially as odious as duty as those dead magisters. Nehmen wir das hier vielleicht.
Bad luck to let the dead linger aboard. As soon as we get moving, we ought to clear the deck.
I'll be damned if I ever set foot on that island again. Don't care who I have to bury. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
Magic Pockets. Even when Mest has taken Fan's Mask of the Shapeshifter from Fane and Face Stripper from Fame using Magic Pockets. What? Wozu das? Ach so, vielleicht weil das so wichtige Gegenstände sind, dass ich die nicht verlieren darf und deshalb, weil die jetzt nicht mehr in meiner Gruppe sind. Na, ich bin mir nicht so ganz sicher. Aber ja. Das Problem ist natürlich jetzt, dass wir hier so komplett voll sind. 100 von 100. Dass ich jetzt auch nicht viel machen kann. Das heißt, ich muss die erstmal wieder anheuern.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's his face and so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those God-woken, after all.
You know their names, Melody. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Very glad indeed.
Note the number of bodies littering the deck. Ask how many were lost in the battle.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive.
Was habe ich rumgenutzt? Slowly and through clenched teeth ask, what the hell?
Apparently you didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive.
Tell them to please excuse you. You've suddenly remembered some critical business below decks. Say you'd better get a move on before the Order realizes he's still at large. Ask what they plan to do with Alexander.
Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice.
Say you'd better get a move on before the Order realizes he's still at large.
Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
Ask if you might take a crack at turning the wheel.
You're welcome to try, though I doubt it'll help.
What Gareth means to say is don't bother. Live wood will only move when it wants to, or in this tub's case, when it's forced to. That's right. The ship's made of an elven ancestor tree, the spirit of which is still trapped in every plank. What we need is a way to control the bloody thing.
Ask if they have any leads on how to gain control of the ship.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind of like to feel useful, don't they?
Say you'll do your best. Smile and say you're still waiting to find out what she does, other than standing around being smug.
Hopefully, you'll never have to find out.
Lady of War. Chapter 2. In Fort Joy I learned that the Magisters were willing to do anything to stop the Voidwoken, even resorting to the use of horrifying ancient weaponry against anyone who opposed them. I had to escape. Reaper's Eye proved to be rife with danger, but it also presented me with the most unlikely of allies, the gods themselves. As I tried to escape from the island, a vision of my god came to me. I was declared their champion, a Godwoken. It would fall to me to save the gods and the world itself from the forces of the void. I had to master the powers within me in order to do this, the powers of divinity. The vision ended, but I was imbued with a new power. What I was told must be true. I escaped aboard a captured Magister flagship, the Lady Vengeance. With Reaper's Eye behind me, I could pursue the great mission that I had received. The Godwoken. I met a half-elf named Melody, whose destiny seems tied to my own somehow. She confirmed that I am indeed a Godwoken. I must leave the island with her in order to pursue my destiny. The escape closed. Melody just decided that we should come with her about the Lady Vengeance. We have adventured onwards without fully exploring the fighting arena of Fort Joy. Ja, weil da nichts ging. Lady of War. We learned that the Lady Vengeance is made from elven live wood, meaning that it is effectively conscious. Something is preventing the Seekers from taking control over it. However, the means of getting the ship moving must be hidden aboard it somewhere. We should search it thoroughly. Ja, ich bräuchte jetzt irgendwo einen Container oder einen Händler.
Glad to see you made it, Ivan.
Wir können ja einfach irgendeinen Hansel nehmen. Melody.
Oh, my favorite godless wolf.
Probe for more information on how the ship can be controlled.
This is Dallas's ship, but she can't have been the only one who could get it moving. It'd be too risky, and Dallas is anything but careless. There's a way to move this ship on board, I'm sure of it.
Comment that there can only be so many places to look.
You'd be surprised. A ship like this holds many secrets. Hopefully you can discover some these seekers might have missed.
Ask where you should start the search.
The figurehead has certainly caused a commotion lately. But then again, so have the doors downstairs. Everywhere you look, a hunk of wood looking to incinerate or stymie you.
Change the subject. Say there's a few things you'd like to ask her.
Dying to hear them.
Say that earlier on the beach she mentioned someone who wanted to meet you, the Meister. Who did she mean?
Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. She'd do anything in the name of a cause, and her cause happens to be you. She's desperate to meet a living Godwoken. She'll be exceedingly pleased we're en route. We'd better not leave her waiting. She's a bit particular.
Say she didn't answer your question. Who is this person?
She's the founder of these seekers, and she's powerful. That means something when I say it. Your kind can reach astounding heights. Meister Siva can help you do just that.
Ask where you're going.
A place called Driftwood, host to putrid fish, putrid dwarves, and Meister Siva herself. You'll probably find it quite comfortable.
Take your leave.
Nothing here.
Ah, the Red Prince ist auch wieder hier. Ja, wenn ich das jetzt schon mitnehme, bin ich wahrscheinlich noch nicht überladen.
Ah, there you are. High time to stop gallivanting and resume our journey together, wouldn't you say?
Take your leave. Mark of Wine. Ja, wir sollten...
Oh, my favorite godless wolf. Please, don't...
Mit der können wir nicht handeln. Mal gucken, wer hier noch über Deck ist. Bevor ich hier die ganzen Sachen loote und dann alles irgendwo in eine Kiste stecke und die dann wieder neu verteile und so. Ah, hier, Gareth.
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we?
Tell Gareth you can't wait to get moving. What's the destination?
Driftwood, of course. Little fishing village. Not very welcoming, but you'll brighten it up, I'm sure. Got family near there. Not the adventuring types. For the best, really. Meister Siva's there too. My leader. Our leader. She held the Seekers together when we had every reason to fall apart.
Ask about Meister Siva. What makes her so special anyway?
Think of her as a teacher. The powers of the Seven stir in you. She'll reveal them to you. Show you how to manipulate them.
Mention his part with Melody. A spat.
I won't let the Fallen be forgotten. I'd be no better than Dallas, no better than Alexander, if I just tossed their remains into the sea. To think that whelp spawned from greatness. He deserves no better fate than his silent monks. All this blood. Children ripped from families. Seekers ripped from me. He's down there now, guarded like some precious jewel, rather than leashed and flogged like the dog he is. Amazing to think those of us in the Order once assumed the gods were with him, and only him. That was before we found the others.
Admit that once upon a time you served with Alexander.
Ah, we must have comrades in common. The Seekers were once part of the Order, my friend. When Lucian died, we waited. Yet Alexander never rose to divinity. And then we started to find more like him. More Godwoken. And we weren't the only ones looking. A killer had marked them too. The Seekers were born. We found Godwoken, housed them, fed them. I loved them like family. I was naive. But let's leave the past in the past and reach for what's ahead.
Ask about Melody. She spoke as if she weren't a seeker.
She's not. Well, not in the strictest sense. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Melody's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times I admire her coldness.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
Okay. Der hat jedenfalls hier Spells. Geomancer, Warfare. Aber alles nur 1 und 2 und noch nichts Neues dabei. Na, ist egal, der hat auch Geld. Der hat jetzt hier 10, Discount 9%. Und wenn ich das... Ich mache das hier mal zu. Take your
Keep
leave.
Lucian close, Godwoken.
Dann werden wir bei dem jetzt mal Sachen verkaufen.
May the fallen rest easy in the Hall of Echoes.
Oh. Wonder what was causing the Seekers to fall apart. Say you know who hunts Godwoken, lone wolves. You carry part of the contract with you right now.
He narrows his eyes, yet doesn't say anything.
Wonder what was causing the Seekers to fall apart.
Gareth pauses, then shakes his head.
A mistake was made. That's all I have to say on the matter. Keep Lucian close, Godwoken. May the fallen rest easy in the Hall of Echoes.
Ja. Okay, dann geben wir dem jetzt hier 100 Gold. Kann ich das so machen? Ja, und halt 105. Accept. Jo. 24. Ne, da muss noch mehr ran. Glaube ich. Wir haben 12 Discount. Das hat jetzt nicht so ganz funktioniert. Da kann ich da kein Geld mehr reinwerfen. Das funktioniert. Ups. 700 mache ich jetzt einfach mal. Okay, das ist Max bei 26%. Sind halt ein paar hundert.
May the fallen rest easy in the Hall of Echoes.
Wir haben jetzt 9%. 24%, okay. Okay. So, dann verkaufen wir jetzt mal den Ramsch, den ich auf jeden Fall nicht mehr brauche. Moment, wir können hier... Ne, ich mach die mal manuell rein, weil ich dann nochmal gegenchecken will, wie das mit der Stärke aussieht. Den ja beispielsweise, der hat 2 Finesse, den behalte ich mal. Natürlich auch nicht mehr als diese 2200, die der da hat, aber... Naja, ob ich damit dann im Endeffekt Gewinn mache, weiß ich auch nicht. Ich weiß ja nicht, ob der wieder aufstockt. Wahrscheinlich nutzt das nicht viel, dass ich dem da Geld gegeben habe, 500. Na, ist jetzt auch egal. Jetzt verkaufen wir den Ramsch. Ach, Moment, die Pfeile nicht. Finesse, den behalten wir mal. Wits behalten wir mal, das ist Schrott. Behalten wir. Der kann weg. Mhm. Magic Armor. Ja, es ist schon mehr, als der überhaupt hat. Magic Armor ist aber zu viel wert. ist nichts wert. Ja, ist 10 wert. 28. Ja, ich denke, das passt so. Mhm.
Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
Ja, jetzt haben wir zumindest einen 100er Ruf bei dem, eventuell, wenn er vom Schiff runter ist, dass wir wieder mit dem reden können und dann nochmal da was bekommen können. Aber jetzt kann ich hier mal das Schiff ordentlich durchsuchen und den ganzen Ramsch mitnehmen. Okay.
Junk.
Piu.
I remember this one.
Oha.
His name was Carbon. His friend's sword couldn't save him, it would appear.
Da oben hängt einer drauf. Kommt man da normal hin? Ja. Aber nichts mit. The High Seas. Kann ich mir auch gerade mal aufschreiben. The High Seas. Chapter 3. So. Mäwe.
Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive.
Say that you don't, that you've been told it's imperative to get this ship sailing. You have to search everywhere.
I know what's at stake, but I have to warn you. This ship is alive and dangerous.
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment.
Say that there's no time to spare. If this figurehead is connected to whatever controls the ship, then you have to take a look. Ask if she learned anything useful before the figurehead attacked.
Nothing. The ship is live wood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. I just don't know what.
Express your condolences about your dead compatriot.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead.
Say that there's no time to spare. If this figurehead is connected to whatever controls the ship, then you have to take a look.
She sighs.
I know. Just be careful.
Trade. Oh, rust grenade. Exterminator, two-handed sword. Aha, Wand, 16 bis 18 ist aber auch ziemlich gut. Und der Rest ist eher meh. Die hat aber auch kein Geld. Take your leave.
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
Diese Figur da.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea.
Take a closer look at the details on the figurehead.
There's an odd mark on the side of the figurehead. Battle damage, weather staining. It almost looks like a pattern, however.
Take your hand, lay your hand on the figurehead. Mavis' warning is still fresh in your mind. You decide not to risk it and take your leave.
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
Sodden Diary. Claude.
So close to escaping. Farewell, Mattis. You did the Seekers proud.
Nothing on any of the bodies. Maybe there's something below decks.
Boring.
Boring. Nails, 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 Nails. Mit Jules habe ich schon geredet.
Think, damn it. Where would a Magister hide something? You made it, Godwoken. Good. Not all of us did, though. The sooner we leave this island behind us, the better.
Mhm. Habt ihr denn was zum Handeln? Ja. Was ist denn das? Toy Wooden Block. Das ist auch alles wieder nur 1. Nichts Interessantes bei. Okay, dann müssen wir wohl unter Deck. Können wir gerade gucken, was wir hier bisher gesammelt haben. Das macht eigentlich keinen großen Sinn, solange wir die anderen Gruppenmitglieder nicht haben, wo ich die Sachen verteilen kann. Das hier können wir jedenfalls auch noch verkaufen. Ja, das gucke ich mir später an. Storage chests. You now have a storage chest on the middle deck of the Lady Vengeance. Use the action menu to send items there for safekeeping. Action Menu? Also rechte Maustaste, oder was? Oder meint er einfach nur das da? Aber es klang ja irgendwie nach Send Items. Keine Ahnung, was die mit Action Menu meinen. Wooden Box, die brauche ich nicht unbedingt. Keine Ahnung, wie ich da... Ob ich da noch auf einem anderen Weg was reinschicken kann. Aber jedenfalls hier jetzt ein Storage. Da könnten wir jetzt rein theoretisch halt Sachen reinlegen, die... Wie zum Beispiel das... Die irgendwelche Attribute erhöhen. Oder Crafting-Material. Oder dieser Crap hier, den ich wahrscheinlich nie wieder brauchen werde. Genau wie Amos Doll. Naja, andererseits, das hier nimmt jetzt auch keinen Platz weg. Vielleicht kann man das ja doch noch für irgendwas verwenden. Ja. Lassen wir einfach mal so. Ja, extra.
We have to find a way to get this ship moving. We can't let the Magisters catch up with us. We're too weak to fight them again.
Oh. Aber es sind auch entsprechend wieder alles nur Level 1 und 2 Sachen. Mortar and Pestle. Und hier können wir auch eine High Quality Shadow Essence kaufen. Blank Skillbook. Magical Ring Boots. Mhm. Ich glaube, so ein Cooking Pot ist nichts wert, oder? Doch. Und ein Teller. Der ist nichts wert. Garlic.
Rubbish.
Mhm. Dallas Assistant.
The silent monk leans from one foot to the other. He seems eager to move. The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager for you to say something.
Mhm. Bier. Da haben wir noch eins. Was war das? Jack Useless.
Boring.
Na, mit dem ganzen Bier kann ich wahrscheinlich auch nicht besonders viel anfangen.
Boring.
Kann ich da das in einem Eimer abfüllen? Ne. Mhm. Ah. Da ist doch unser Zwerge wieder.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say?
Say, that sounds like a good idea.
Now, onward.
Junk. This again.
Die waren nichts wert.
This again.
Ist nix. Box. Da ist mein Untoter.
I must say, you may not be an eternal, but you are certainly not as temporary as many of your fellows. You handled yourself well. Personally, I am just glad that I do not have to walk back to Reaper's Coast. Wind travel may be primitive, but it is at least efficient.
Point out that the ship is live wood. It doesn't need the wind to move. He seems to be in a hurry. Wonder what he's running to or from.
Is there not enough reason to speed away? If you must know, there is an excavation site at the Black Pits on Reaper's Coast. I go to seek answers.
You're curious. What does he hope to find at this excavation site?
The only treasure worth digging for. Knowledge. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Some were even intact. Alas, I was not the only one there. Those red-robed idiots were scurrying about too, trampling precious clues under their ignorant boots. They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions, and dragged me here. Still, it's good to be on the move again.
Look at him skeptically. Ask how he responded to their questions.
They simply asked me what I was doing there, and I simply told them to be gone from my lands. I may have used the phrase pathetic mortals. Come to think of it, I may have used it several times. Damn fools. The faster we leave them behind, the happier I shall be.
Smile and rest your hand on his arm. He doesn't need to hurry. You're just getting to know each other. Laugh and tell him you're not in a rush. Mostly, you just want to relax and maybe have a drink. Nod and say that you have your own business to get on with. Smile and rest your anonymity doesn't need to hurry. Just getting to know each other.
Well, you see, I have a rather pressing engagement at the Black...
The skeleton breaks off mid-sentence as he notices your hand. He pulls out a notebook, flicking through it, running a finger down the pages.
Physical contact, voice lowered, coy looks. Good heavens. Is this a mating ritual?
Wrap your arms over his shoulders and lean in close. What if it is? Well, you were going for a little more subtly, but yes, actually, you're not so sure about this. You'd prefer someone with a little more everything. Certainly not. You have no interest in romancing the bone. You're not so sure about this. You'd prefer someone with a little more everything.
Oh. Well, that's a little close-minded of you. But I'm not here to guard against your poor choices. Although perhaps you would be interested in a companion of another sort. I need to travel to the Black Pit's oil field near Reaper's Coast. But my attempts at staying under the cover have not gone well to date. Given how well you handled yourself in Fort Joy, I rather think you could be of use. And I am certainly useful to you. So, how about it? I travel with you and aid you in your various chores and tasks, while you help me to remain incognito.
Not. It actually work out well for both of you. It could work out. Yeah, okay.
Very well. Let's be off.
Ka-ching. So, Ratti.
How you doing?
Ask if the rat... Ask the rat if it knows how to steer the ship.
You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. It knows what it's doing. It dances to the tune.
Ask the rat. The question, to which tune does the ship dance?
It goes... la 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 la... or something like that. It's pretty catchy, but I can't remember how it goes. Good thing Dallas had that book, eh?
Ask the rat how Dallas used this book.
Oh, she opened it and looked at the marks on the inside. How the hell else? Alright. Go to the nose bit of the ship, open the book, look at the markings inside it, sing the song. That's it. Get it right and the ship will dance to your tune. Get it wrong and the ship will kill you. That's always entertaining. For me, anyway.
Lady War. We spoke with a rat who recalls that Dallas controlled the ship by singing from an old book of songs written in a strange language. We have ventured onwards without fully exploring the fighting. Ist es doch weg? The lady has decided that we should come with aboard. Ja. Bathtub, kann ich da rein?
Now is not the time for a bath.
Ach, Leia.
Melody says if we can get the ship to move, we can go home. Home!
Die habe ich auch irgend so... Ach so, das war die Tante, die am Rumheulen war, glaube ich. Pillow, 0 Wert. Leather Straps. There are feathers inside. Ach so, dann kann ich das wahrscheinlich töten. Wenn ich jetzt noch ein Messer hätte. Ja. Felder. Wahnsinn. Döggen. Ah, Moment, ich muss Kram verteilen. Bottle of Beer. Ja, im Endeffekt muss ich das wohl verkaufen. Erstmal kann ich hier den... Wo ist dieser Face Mask Gedöns? Da. Und den da. Jetzt soll ich das wieder hier verschieben.
Not a thing but spiders and disappointment.
Da ist gerade mir eins abhanden gekommen. Human Lizard Elf. Dwarf.
Nothing. Empty as Dallas's hand.
Mhm. Dirty Socks. Na danke. Panties. Ne.
All that fighting will be worth less than nothing if we can't get this tub moving.
12 Gold. Wow. Ja, überladen. Okay, Garlic. Ganze Essen kann erstmal wieder rüber. Das hier. Fischis. Limonade. Stew. Fleisch. Ja, das ganze Bier ist wahrscheinlich ziemlich sinnlos. Die hier kann man verkaufen. Das kann rüber. Wir sind wieder bei 99, aber ist halt auch nicht so doll. Das hier ist auch Schwachsinn. Ja, da muss ich halt ein paar Sachen wieder verkaufen, wenn ich hier... Ja, oder ich gebe die erstmal dem Zwerg und guck mal, dass ich dann hier wegkomme zum Händler. Wo ist denn hier die Elftante? Nicht Elftante, diese Singe-Dings da. Die Elftante habe ich aber auch noch nicht gefunden. Stattdessen stand da oben der Lizard rum.
Something around here.
Es gibt hier aber keinen Weg weiter runter, oder übersehe ich da was? Ah, doch, da. Samadil.
There's got to be some clue. Dallas would have trusted someone with a secret, wouldn't she? Unless there's someone still inside.
You're the Godwoken, right? Then maybe you can find a way through this damn door.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection.
Reach for the doorknob.
The wood groans and creaks. For a moment, you swear a face appears in the wood. A face tortured and tormented, a six-sided shape carved upon its forehead. The face vanishes.
Knock on the door.
The thud of your fist upon the wood resonates deeper than you'd expected it to. It turns into what sounds like a moan, then echoes away into silence. The door remains closed.
Lady of War. Below decks, we found the cabin that Dallas had been using. The entrance is guarded by 2 speaking doors. We must get past them somehow.
The door remains unmarked.
Rattle the doorknob.
The anguished face appears, then vanishes. The door remains closed.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every stripe. They know how to keep their mouths shut too, as long as there's gold in it for them. So, what'll it be?
Ja, da könnten wir uns jetzt theoretisch wieder ein NPC zusammenbauen. Say that you need someone with finesse. Say that you're interested in someone with affinity for the arcane arts. Seek your leave. Was aber hier jetzt nicht so relevant ist, weil es keine Crafting-Profession mehr gibt. Das war bei dem Vorgänger halt ein bisschen blöd. Ja, theoretisch könnte man halt einen für Barter nehmen, aber ich glaube, das ist es nicht wert. Worn Teddy Bear. A worn and frayed Teddy Bear clearly loved by generations of children. Nehmen wir mit. Magister Ranley. Ah, das ist doch
Hey,
Hose.
don't I know you from somewhere? So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the whole thing is very intriguing.
Tell her you don't know what this next chapter will hold, but you hope she'll join you in finding out. Say it does indeed. If she's in control of herself, you should journey together again. Ja.
The old band back together again, hmm? I guess that depends, doesn't it? Look at me. Hard. What do you see?
Losa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first met. She blows back a lock of white hair, matted with sweat and grime, and holds back a smile from the corners of her lips.
Say you see her, Losa, the same person you traveled with before. Tell her she looks worse for wear. Was? Tell her you see a nice young lady in need of a nice long bath. Losa, the same person you traveled with before. Nice young lady in the need. Remember das?
Seriously? Look at me. I look like lukewarm death. This isn't a joke anymore. You see that, don't you? Your god wants me dead. My god? Devil? Who knows? It wants me. It's getting stronger and I need to outpace it. I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks.
Tell her she isn't a risk to you. She's a companion and a friend. Ask her to explain what exactly she believes the risks are. Say you understand them fully, she should still immer das Erste.
You don't get it. I'm dangerous. You have to pay attention. You have to be willing to hurt me if I'm hurting you or someone else.
Oh, verloren.
Can you do that?
Tell her you did it before when she turned against the elf Sahila, remember? Tell her you'll do whatever is necessary. Hesitate. You're not sure you can promise that. Refuse. What lies ahead is mystery. You can't make a vow you might break. Tell her you did before when she turned against the elf Sahila, remember?
Do I ever? Still sore from that one. At the time, I wanted you to defend me. I didn't realize how bad things had gotten. I know better now. Something like that happens again, you do what needs to be done. Deal?
Refuse. What lies ahead is a mystery. You can't make a vow you might not brand. Not, it's a deal.
Well, all right then.
She pinches your cheek, a sparkle in her dim grey eyes.
I knew I could count on you to murder me in a pinch. Let's go, Chief.
Okay. Ich lade mal den... weiß ich jetzt nicht genau. Moment, ich speichere jetzt hier mal. Der speichert ja immer nicht immer über denselben. Aber das ist, glaube ich, jetzt schon ein bisschen her gewesen, als ich da gespeichert hatte. Ja, komm. Dann laden wir halt das andere.
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Wobei die Möglichkeiten, den Ruf zu erhöhen bei den Companions ist halt sehr gering. Ich lade dann doch das davor. Muss ich halt gerade noch mal ein paar Sachen einsammeln und Dialoge durchklicken. So. Das war jetzt ein bisschen blöd. Human, Lizard, Elf. So, und da musste ich... Hier können wir verkaufen, sobald es halt soweit ist. Und da muss ich ein bisschen wieder Schrott rüber werfen. Die kann ich am besten verkaufen.
Not a thing but spiders and disappointment.
So. Ach Moment, das hier ist der einzige, der es tragen kann, er. Boah, es ist schon ziemlich gut. Mhm. Orange Juice. Jawohl. So, jetzt musste ich hier, glaube ich, noch eine Menge Bier einsammeln. Diesmal ist da was anderes drin. Das können wir sogar mitnehmen und wieder verkaufen.
All that fighting will be worth less than nothing.
Mhm.
Melody says if we can get this.
Naja, ja.
Not a thing but spiders.
Pillow. Und diesen Rapierdings. Wo war er? Wo war er? Wo war er? Wo war er? Da. Jetzt müssen wir wieder über Federn herstellen. Sind da wieder Panties drin? Ne, dieses Mal sind da viele tolle andere Sachen drin. Sharp Claw.
Not a thing but spiders and disappointment.
Noch ein Pillow.
Not a thing but spiders and disappointment.
Alles einsaugen. Okay. So, jetzt hatten wir das aber alles. Und jetzt können wir da runter. Und kommen wieder zu der Tür.
There's got to be some clue.
Okay.
You're the Godwoken, right?
Okay.
The door seems like any. The wood grew. The face vanished. The anguish. The door remains. The thud of.
Okay. Die hatte mir ja die Companions angeboten. Aha. So, gucke ich mal, dass ich den Dialog jetzt ein bisschen anders drehen kann.
So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the old band back together again, Look at me.
Losa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets.
Seriously?
Okay, das war das, was eben den Malus gegeben hatte.
Hey, so, we've got quite the old back. Look at me.
Lohse leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and
But I'm not the same, am I?
Das gibt auch einen Abzug. Vielleicht gibt das immer einen Abzug. Vielleicht muss man was anderes auswählen am Anfang.
So, the old band. Look at me.
Lohse leans back slightly,
Worse
thin
of
arms
where?
crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you.
Exactly. Exactly. Your god wants me dead. My god? I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks. You don't get it. Can you do that?
Kriegt man da einen Abzug? Hm.
Hey, so, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the old band. Look at me.
Lohse leans back.
Exactly. Exactly. Your god wants me dead. I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks.
Ask her to explain what exactly she believes the risks are.
I can hear its thoughts. It isn't out for blood. It's out for pain. Domination. Total domination. I was wrong to think I could hold it off. I might hurt you. I might hurt anyone. Could you stop me? Really stop me, if it came to that.
Tell, you did it before, when she turned against the elf Sahila, remember?
Do I ever? Still sore from that one. At the time, I wanted you to
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that happens again. You do what needs to be done. Deal? Well, all right then.
She pinches your cheek, a sparkle in her dim grey eyes.
I knew I could count on. Let's go, Chief.
Okay, damit ist unsere Party wieder zusammen. Locked.
A young magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow.
Trade. Naja.
She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions.
Say that they need to get this ship moving now. She must know something. Tell her that you're no seeker, but they're always grateful to those who help them. If she knows how to get this ship moving, they might look more kindly on her. Note that she must be shocked to find herself tending to the Divine himself. What does?
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
Tell her to shut the hell up and listen for a moment. Her life depends on it. Diplomatically raise your hands and say that she doesn't have to tell you anything yet. She just has to listen.
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
Claim that you overheard Melody declaring she'd have no choice but to execute the prisoner if she would help them. Declare that it's simple. Either she tell you what she knows, or you'll have to start playing rough. Go to Alexander and tell her that she ought no antagonize their captors, nor should she could wind up with the Divine's blood in her hands by proxy. Say that the Seekers aren't bad, they just want to go home. If she helps them to do that, she'll be free in no time.
There's a shift in the Magister's expression, a flicker of doubt. Then?
I'm a good Magister, loyal. But Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She used to sing to the ship. It let her control it. She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern. That's all I know.
Vielen Dank, Lady O'War. We spoke to a Magister survivor named Ranley, locked in the Lady Vengeance brig. She told us that Dallas seemed to control the ship by singing to it. The secret to controlling the Lady Vengeance might be found in Dallas' cabin. Ja. Gut, dann werde ich hier an der Stelle auch erstmal einen Schnitt machen und dann werden wir beim nächsten Mal wahrscheinlich hier mit dem Schiff auch schon fertig sein. Schauen wir mal, was sich hier noch ergibt. Also, bis zum nächsten Mal.